more computer for your money, you gotta call us, the friendly folks at Gateway 2000.
Want me back up? Pick up the phone and give us a call.
Call now? Call now. Call now.
Kind of nervous.
Call now.
Grab the phone. Give us a call. Pick up.
Dial.
Dial.
Right now.
Gateway computers feature the Intel Pentium processor. So call 1-800-GATEWAY and ask for our free video. Call us today.
Every day, America Online is making it a little easier for people to live, work, and play. With point-and-click access to instant news and sports, financial updates, online magazines, shopping and travel, and easy access to the internet. Call now for America Online, a new way to use your computer to communicate and have fun.
Call 1-800-248-3100 now for your free America Online Startup Kit with free software and 10 free online hours. It's everything you need to get online. Call now.
It's me, Timmy Flyersguy, and welcome to another edition of the Timmy Flyersguy podcast. I'm your host, Timmy Flyersguy. Despite what you saw before the video, I had no idea that I was going to do this episode. I was starting to run out of ideas and subjects to talk about for my podcast. And I almost forgot to do a podcast episode today. I was going to do one this morning, but I forgot. Pretty hectic morning, so I forgot to do one this morning, so you're going to get one you're going to get one late today. It is 8 degrees out today. Freezing out here in Philadelphia. Still have a little bit of snow and ice on the ground. Most of it has melted. It's going to be 7 degrees tomorrow, so be careful out there, guys. It's cold out there. It is cold out there. I woke up today and my legs were freezing. My feet were freezing. I had to get a heating pad. It's crazy out there. You know, I kind of knew that we were going to get a winter like this. Because we've had winters like this. Case in point, the blizzard of 96, which I'll probably be talking about in my next podcast episode. I already talked about it in Throwback Flyersguy, but I want to talk about the full story and where I was at during the blizzard of 96. But I could not come up with an idea. I finally came up with an idea for this episode. And I'd like to talk about my first experience with a computer, but I'm going to tell the full story. I already talked about it in Timmy Flyersguy. I talked about it in one of my vlogs, but I'd like to talk a little more about my first experience with a computer. When I was a kid, I've been around, this is sometime around 92 or 93. My dad got a computer, and he had it hooked up down in the basement. And on his computer, he had some computer games, but mostly he worked on the computer down there. He had a couple of computer games. One of the first games I played on his computer was that game where you paint a dinosaur. And there was also another game called Help the Froggy, where you help the frog go through the maze. And then I remember a couple years later, my dad got some games for his computer. We had Jeopardy, and we had Wheel of Fortune. And we played Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune a lot on the computer. Later, my dad was able to get Tetris on the computer as well. And I played that. And I still remember what my basement used to smell like. It had a very weird industrial type smell to it, but that's what I remember about it. Years later, my brother got a computer, and I would go on his computer. He didn't really have many games on there. Later we started playing Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune on there. And usually, when I didn't know how to hook up the games, I just went on the computer and I typed on it. Now, I think that computer was the computer in the basement. And I think my dad brought it up into my brother's room. So, but I had no idea how to set the games up on there. I would just type on there. So that's all I usually do. Then I remember going to Ronhurst Middle School, and they had a computer lab. It was on the second floor, and there were days where we would have computer class, and the games I played were Math Blasters, Truggle, Math, and that game with the talking car, I forget what it was called. There was also another game. Another thing that I used to, there was a Mario casino game that I played on the computer at Ronhurst Middle School. This is in 5th grade. when my 5th grade teacher got her computer. And that game was awesome. It was like Mario Casino. It had all kinds of games on it. It had like poker, backgammon, all kinds of games. And they were Mario themed games. And in September of '96, my dad got me my very own computer. Now, years prior to this, I learned how to use a computer from my dad, and also learned how to use a computer. My dad's friend, Vince, who used to live in Newtown. I don't know if he lived in Newtown. I forget, but my dad's friend Vince taught me how to use a computer. And my dad's friend Vince's daughter showed me how to use a computer as well. She was very nice. I liked her. And I like Vince too. He was a good guy. And my dad taught me a lot of stuff. I learned from a lot of people how to use a computer. And in 1996, September of 96, the fall of 1996, prior to that, my dad was planning on getting me a computer. He said, we're going to get a Gateway. So in September, my Gateway computer finally arrived. And my dad hooked it up for me, got all the programs in, all the documents on there. And it was my first experience with a Gateway computer. It was my first computer, which was a Gateway 2000. And I learned everything I needed to learn about the computer from my dad. We even got a cool mouse pad as well. It was like a cow striped mouse pad. It wasn't a real cow. It was like a material, and it was a design. And my dad hooked up the mouse and the programs we had on this computer. One of them that I really liked playing around with was Microsoft Bob. And Microsoft Bob was like it was like a planner. It was like some kind of planner type device where you would like make your own calendar. You would have there was this random thing where you'd have this room and you put like random stuff in the room. So that was pretty cool. And then there was a couple of games that I played. I remember I had a race car game that I played. There were some DOS games that I played. DOS is terrible. I'm sorry, DOS games are terrible. But they ran pretty good. I had there was a game called Doom, and then there was another game. I forget what it was called. So we went to Sam's Club. My first game that I got for the computer was a race car game. And then I got another game. It was like Namco. It's some kind of Namco. Return of Arcade. And that had Pac-Man, Galaga, Big Dog, and pole position all in one. And then, around December, I think it was December, or before that, I got math blasters. And for an educational game, it was really fun. It was a really fun game, and I really enjoyed it. I know it wasn't an educational game, but it was still fun to play, and I really enjoyed it. And for my birthday, I got this game where you fly around in like a ship and you shoot stuff. It was pretty fun, but I forget what it was called. And that year, we ended up getting AOL for the first time. And this is my first experience with the internet. And my first experience with the internet. And this is when you would have to have dial-up internet. There was no broadband. There was no Wi-Fi. It was connected to the phone line. And AOL, for the time, was very innovative. And I remember whenever somebody was on the phone, or the phone was disconnected or something, I couldn't get on. You would have to wait until somebody got off the phone in order to use AOL. And one thing I remember about AOL, well, it wasn't in the, I didn't really do the chat room yet. I'm not getting into that yet. So I had AOL. My dad hooked it up to the phone line I went on. My dad tried to get some games from AOL. Because on the computer we had some games. I think we had, I forget what that game is called. It's like a maze game. And then I had Minesweeper, so there were 2 games built in. So my dad tried to get some games on AOL. Unfortunately, you have to pay for the games on AOL. So what I would do on AOL, I would explore different websites. I would check out different sites. I just went on there and I explored. And I checked a lot of stuff out on there. I had a lot of fun with it. And it was fun. I really enjoyed it. And I had a fun time with AOL. And on my computer, and back to the computer, like I said, there were only a couple of games. I had Solitaire, Minesweeper, and another game. I forget what it was called. And I also remember I got a couple. There were some CDs CD-ROMs that came with the computer. There was one, it was a cooking CD-ROM with where Julia Child shows you how to cook. And there was another CD. I think it was Microsoft Music or something like that. Yeah, it was Microsoft Music. And you can watch like snippets on music videos. I really enjoyed that one. And then there was a movie one that I really liked as well. That was fun. And I remember there was also an Encarta, Microsoft Encarta, where you went to a project, you were using Encarta. And Encarta was cool. It also had a little quiz game on there as well, and I used to play that. That was fun as well. In '97, my second year with my computer, I remember going to different websites. I would go to the Nickelodeon website on AOL, and I would print pictures out. I would also go to the Nick and Night website. For those of you who don't know, I was on a bit of a Happy Days kick in late '97. I went on the website, the Nick and Night website, and I would listen to different sound clips from Happy Days and all those shows. And also, I went to the Cartoon Network website as well. And I learned how to search for stuff. Well, first I would use Alta Vista. Alta Vista, if you guys don't know, there was a website a search engine called Alta Vista, where you go on there and search for stuff. This is before I started using Google. So, I used to search for stuff using Alta Vista. And it was a really good search engine. So I was really into WWE, WCW. Used to go to the website and check out a lot of stuff and recaps of pay-per-views and everything. And I also started getting into Japanese anime at the time, so I looked that up as well. And this is what I was. And once I went to Widener Memorial School, you see, I graduated from Amherst in '96, and then I ended up going to Widener Memorial School, which is located next to Girls High, near Girls High. And I learned a lot more about using computers. They had a Mac when I went to Rogers. They used a Macintosh computer. And I learned a lot from Miss Shear. She was a good teacher. And I remember doing projects on the computer, writing about what I did for my summer vacation. And a lot of stuff, a lot of projects. And she showed us how to type proper sentences using a computer. And I was also introduced to a program called Flyersguy, which is similar to Microsoft Word. And I remember there was a game where you're like a scuba diver, and it's like a point and click game. I really enjoyed that game. And '97, I started getting really good at using the computer. I remember getting really good at using the computer. And I remember in late 97, my friend Sam, he had the PC version of Sonic CD. Now, I wanted to borrow it, so I ended up borrowing it, but then I found out you can just install it on your computer, so I borrowed it, and I installed it on my computer, and let me tell you, I would play Sonic CD on the computer all day, and it was fun. I missed out on getting Sega CD, so this is really cool, getting to play Sonic CD on the PC. Yeah, a year later, 1998, we got Windows 98. We had Windows 95 previously, and then we got Windows 98, and this made the computer so much faster, so much more fun to use, although still had to have the dial-up with the AOL, but it was fun. And in 98, I would download all kinds of stuff from a computer, all kinds of programs, sound clips in, music videos and whatnot. And I really had fun doing it. And I discovered for the first time ever that they were going to be working on a new Grand Theft Auto game. Well, I don't know. I used to go to the EB Games website, or I forget what the website is called. And, on IGN, I used to go to the IGN website. And that was fun. And things started to get really good. The computer was much faster in 98. I was getting really good at using a computer. Years later, 98, like I said, 98 was a good year. Fast forward to 2000, to 2001, when we officially upgraded. In 2001, we did somewhere around 2000, when we officially upgraded to broadband for the first time. And this changed everything. Well, we still had dial-up, but this changed everything. It made it faster. Everything loaded a lot faster. I think this is actually when we didn't have dial-up anymore. We had AOL Pro. We had a new AOL that you didn't need dial-up for. You just signed right in. And this was awesome. This was a great concept at the time. And I was hooked. I used to go to the Fox Kids website, and I used to play the games on that website. And they were fun. I also remember that Cartoon Network used to have a site, a Toonami site, called Reactor, where you could play Toonami themed games like Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, and whatnot. And it was fun. It was fun at the time. And I enjoyed it. Years later, in 2003, I still used AOL. And then the year after that, I started using AIM, Instant Messenger, around 2006 and 2007. And I still had, we still had AOL in 06, 07. And I had a Dell computer. I got my Dell computer, I think sometime I got it in got in 2003. And I would go on AIM Instant Messenger, and I would talk to people in 0607. My experience with the internet started to evolve. As in 2006, I created my first MySpace page. I forget what my name was, but I had a lot of fun with MySpace. I had MySpace in 2006 until I think around 2010, I actually got rid of MySpace in 2010. And after that, I got into Facebook in March of 2009. And then I ended up getting into Twitter around that time. And Twitter was so much innovative. You see, the internet really started to evolve. And today, the internet is getting better and better. I created my first YouTube account. My first official YouTube account in 2010 before it got shut down in 2019. And then created another YouTube channel in 2019. It's still going strong to this day. I look back at this as the internet evolving. It started out as just a computer, and everything started to really evolve. As we got AOL, MySpace, Facebook. But it all started with the good old days of when I got a Gateway 2000 computer in 1996. And nowadays, I don't use a computer anymore. I use a Toby Dynavox iGaze tablet. So I moved on from that. And I still remember, before that, I had a computer, a Dell computer, a Dell laptop, that I would have on my computer desk. I got that computer around in the summer of 2010. And then I got another Dell computer in 2013. So I look back on this as the good old days. You know, I kind of miss being able to type on a laptop computer. But I gotta tell you, this iGaze computer, iGaze tablet is the best thing that ever happened to me. Because in 2017, I lost the ability. In late 2017, I lost my ability to type with my hands. So now I use my iGaze tablet, which I control with my eyes. Guys, thank you for joining me here on the Timmy Flyersguy podcast. If you guys have any experiences with your first computer, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear about your first computer. I'd love to hear about your first experience with the computer. And I'd love to know more about that. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I'd like to give a shout out. I'd like to give a shout out to the very beautiful, very sexy Haley Rose. Haley Rose. Congratulations on becoming the XMA Awards favorite female performer of 2025. I'm truly happy for you, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, sweetheart. I love you. And I also like to give a shout out to the lovely Mira Monroe. Her birthday is coming up next Wednesday. Mira, happy almost birthday. I love you, and I'm always thinking of you. Guys, I got some YouTube channels that you should check out. I gotta tell you, some pretty scary channels. One channel is the one channel I like to give a shout out, YouTube shout out to the YouTube channel, Mr. Nightmare. Got some great videos, great true horror stories that he tells on his channel. Also, I'd like to also give a shout out to John Riggs. No, I already did give a shout out to his channel. I'd like to give a shout out. Good old day. I'd like to give a shout out to also like to give a shout. You'd also like to give a shout out to G4, GTV, Japan. Got some great videos, great retrospectives about video games. And I also like to give a shout out to Sega Lord X. He's got a great channel as well, where he does retrospectives of Sega Genesis games and all kinds of video games. Guys, thank you for joining me. Be careful out there, and I hope you're all having a great night, a great evening, and I hope you all have a good night. Thank you for joining me here on the Timmy Flyersguy podcast. I will see you guys in the next episode.